Okay, as you guys can see, my office, studio, um, place of work, place of creation. I have a situation because where I come in the door, I have my TV, which it's already an eyesore. But then I have these three boxes here. They don't go with the aesthetics of the room, and they're functional, and they fit like perfect within what I want it to fit, right? So these boxes fit perfect within the space that I need them to hold a TV. In this gap, they fit perfect, right? Unless I find more of these, but I want to turn these into more luggage looking ones. And I want to see, I think I have something that I may have a plan for a little base, like a luggage holder per se, on under here, so I'm able to sweep under here. Because I don't know if you noticed, but I have these lifted a little bit on blocks of like a little block for, I think it's like a frame or something, I don't know, so I can sweep under that. For me, it's like I don't like the dust or dog hair to gather, so I want to be able to do that in here freely. And I have this much space to work on, so I think I can lift it up this much with feet, and I still have it even, and I still have space to sweep under there. So let's work on that. Okay, so first things first, I cleaned them out. They had stuff inside, so they're falling apart literally. But they have a sentimental value because my husband likes to buy me boxes, containers, so I can contain my stuff, he says. So I want to salvage it, but at the same time make it my own. So this tab had fallen off, this piece of cardboard. I have it somewhere on here, but I was gonna take it off anyway. So let me clean it off. Okay, so also in the inside, this thing flopped down, so I think I'm gonna wait, because what I might do here is I want to do a piece of fabric, so it has, like, you know, those pockets how like suitcases had before. So I want to tuck it in here before I re-glue this. So, but before that, I want to glue tabs on here like this. Sorry, my dogs are playing under my desk. So I've cut, I don't know if I mentioned to you a long time ago, not a long time ago, maybe a month ago, I bought from a secondhand store a lot of cardboard. I think this is for cakes. I want to say that's for cakes because they were like long, not long, but like there were a lot of rectangles, big ones, and then mediums, and then smaller ones like 8x10s. So I think they were cakes, but these are perfect because they're like hard. So I cut it so it fits here, and then these two on the side, and I'm just gonna use tape to tape them on while I wrap the whole thing. Okay, so last night I got a little carried away wrapping it. So pretty much all I did is score it, put glue on it, and just wrap it as a gift. It has a lot of, not a lot of these, but it has some of these wrinkles, which I'm definitely okay with because we're going with a used container, right? Luggage, suitcase. But if you want to if you want to avoid all these wrinkles, like for example these right here or these right here, I'm gonna give you a tip. Wet your pepper first, like just the. You can even wet it with like coffee water, which it could give enhance that, but it relaxes the fibers. So in this case, what happens is the wrinkles on the paper on the bottom gets wet, and the paper on the bottom is thick paper, so on the top it's dry. So I feel like the fibers are fighting with each other, so that's why they're like, I'm trying to stretch it this way and it still wants to pull that way. So I think that's why I have these wrinkles here, because of the fibers fighting each other, because one surface is wet and not the other. So but if I would have wet the outside surface from the top, then it would be a more relaxed paper, and then I could have glued it and it would have been perfectly straight. But I was okay with the wrinkles. Now I'm going to paint it this color. I want it to be like one of those military old cases, so I'm going to use this. But other than that, this looks like this was here all along. See? Don't worry about the edges. We'll see. I'll show you what we're going to do right now. But yeah, I'm going to paint it with this military green right now. Okay, I painted it the first coat with this, which I almost finished, believe it or not, and a little bit of coffee water, and it's still clear. So I'm gonna paint it black with this gesso that I got for $2, and I'm gonna paint it and give it that coat, and then I'm gonna paint it with this. See how that looks. Okay, this is all black now. And I think what I want to do is I want to start giving it coats of paint till I'm happy with it. So I'm going to try this first, see how that looks, see how it goes, see if I have enough, see if it's not too dark, too light. It might be a little too light. But I have this color, watercolor, that I kind of liked here, this one. I think I want to put a little bit on it, play with the colors, get to a green that I kind of like, and kind of paint over it. Okay, so if you have any of these folders, I kind of like them for covers and other stuff, but I mostly use them for like structural stuff, which in this case I did this. So I made circles and made them into corners, then I made them strips, then I made more circles, so it kind of looks like this so far. You see that? So let me show you how I did it on this side. I started with the circle. In my case, my circle of my size of choice was, I believe, 3.5 inches. 3.25, sorry, 3.25. So I cut one from the center to the edge. I cut it one off. I cut it all the way through. The other ones I scored, and what I do is I take off a little bit of material so that I'm able to fold it. Look, easy, like this. If I don't take off material, it doesn't fold as good. It try to fold it with that material. Oh, here I have a piece that I can fold and show you. Okay, not scoring it. Okay, look at it. It wants to, and even if I try to do my best, it kind of breaks and bubbles and stuff. It doesn't look good. But if I score it and take some of it off, it becomes like a clean cut, clean fold. Anywho, Plus you get a straighter. When you're folding little pieces like that, it kind of like, maybe you can work with it. But since you're going a long run, you want to make sure it's straight. You have to score it. And in my case, I also wanted to take some of it off so that I can make sure I get that smooth fold, bend, whatever. So you could fold it like this and kind of overlap these two on whichever side you want. I would do the outside, but in my case, I've been taking them off. As you can see, I have these leftovers, but I've been taking mine off. And so what I do is once I have it all folded and stuff, shaped up, I just go back on one of my lines and cut it all the way through. See? So now I have it ready to go here. Okay. After I've done that, I'm going to, with my pencil, I'm gonna kind of like, with my pencil, I'm gonna freeze it over. I mean, not freeze it over, but like kind of mark my edge by doing this. Sorry, I have the puppies here in my office, and they fight with each other. They're like less than a month old, and they're already fighting with each other. So cute. Something like that, and I can mark, so I can have a straight line as I'm marking my dots, right? Now I think I went too in. I want it more on the edge a little bit. Okay. So I'll go more on the edge, and I just mark where I'm gonna go. You just hold it like this and make sure you put the paper marking your pencil, like your fingers, your stop, and then your pencil's your marker. And then sorry, move the camera. Then what I do is with the, I don't know where I got this, but this is like one of my favorite tools to make holes and stuff like that. Because sometimes like drilling every time, it doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna go, okay, visualizing this. Okay, from here to here, I want to stitch, right? So it helps me unite stuff. So thinking of the distance that I'm gonna do from nail to that nail, I'm gonna half it from here to here, because I'm gonna use the other half here, so that when it's together, it's a whole point. So I'm gonna half it here. So it's gonna be closer to my edge. And then from there on, I'm gonna go, I'm doing about an eighth of a inch separation. Let me see. Let me measure. Nope, I am doing about a quarter. Okay. Then I go all the way around on my edge. I mean, I have the exact measurements between holes, but they will all be aligned. I erase my line. And then now I'm going to use what is called, it's not embossing, it's embroidering thread. I'm gonna use this gold looking one to go through all the holes and kind of like pretend it's stitched to the body, right? So yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I've sewed my whole little stitch all around, and I'm gonna close it this way. So I left the first two. This is what I was telling you about. So the stitch, I put the hole and the hole closer to the the cut, so that when I close it, that stitch that looks like a stitch, It's actually what's closing this little corner together like this. See? But because I put it close to each other in the gap, now it looks like this length. You see, kind of like that. So this helps me close the gap. So I go back into it like this. And I just do a couple of, like if it was a button, you know how when it's a button, you go a couple of times. I guess you could do that. And so now I'm closing the gap. I have scored before I did all this. I don't know if you can see. I scored the thing, the cardboard. Is it cardboard? I want to call it millinite, something. I don't know why in my head it would be that word, but anyways. So you see that? Don't mind my daughter, she's playing with the babies. Anyway, so we have it ready to be. If we don't score this, it will glue temporarily only. And because it's a storage box, it will have not like regular use, but it will have use, you know, like I'm going to be pulling it off the shelf or whatever. And so I'm going to be doing that. So I want my cut to be away from my face. This is my face. Oh yeah, it's my face. So I'm going to put it away from my face. Meaning it's not in the front in any of my two faces. So I just got to do that. It kind of holds on to it really tight. But if you need to, I just put a little bit of weight on the top one. And then just come back every so like minute or so and kind of like stick onto it, and then eventually it does. So what I can also do is like do this, and then I'll turn it, and I'll turn it so that weight is on it. This thing takes about 2 minutes to dry, so I just go around it and kind of like play with it. And so I'm doing something here, and then I go and I push it in until like it absolutely grabs onto it. So this one, I'm just gonna stitch this and this. Okay, so this is how I kind of glue the back side. I put glue on both of them, and you know, remember this glue, we can jiggle with it a little bit. So I can sometimes I rely on that, like in this instance. You'll see I put this one first, I let it sit, and I put it up to the edge. And then I put this one okay. And so what I do is I put it there, and then I open the box, and once I need a handle for it. Okay, once I open the box, I see where I want it to be right there, so when it lines up, so when it's open, it lines up. So it's kind of like about right there, and then I close it. And I just make sure it's there, clean it up a little bit, and then let it dry. Okay, so I think I didn't record it, so actually I know I didn't record it. That strip that I had, the one that was like this, I folded it in half, and then I put it on here, and then I marked where my two ends of this circle were, and then I made like a little template, and I matched those circle. I mean the circle like this to the half point, and then the two end points, and then I cut it. Then I basically did the stitching, how you guys seen me do it before. And so I'm hoping it matches. It might be a little tight. Let's see. Yeah, because I didn't measure it too much. I kind of like was I kind of did a quick measure so that I can come up here once I had both those circles, because when you first mark the circles, you don't have the tight squeezing here yet. So what I do is I kind of like do a little bit and just leave enough so I can kind of like creep up on it as I cut it in to it. So I'll cut a little bit on this end and then a little bit on that end, and hopefully that creeps up enough so that I want a really tight squeeze in here, so that I can fit it really tight in here. I don't want it fitted with a gap, you know, so I like to creep up on it. Yeah, that would do it. Okay, so now we glue it. See, I've already scored it. Okay, just in case I had not shown you before. So this is, I scored it, right? So then I go back and I take some material off. And this is how I do that. With the tip. Since it's already been cut this way, I come back with a little angle and cut some of it off. So that way my bent is clean and sharp, you know, there's no bubble to it. It looks messy, but it does the trick. See, I do it on this side. Oh, I started on this side. See, now when it comes to folding it, look. I just kind of clean, you see that? That's why I do this, but you gotta be careful not to cut too much, because then you can break it. I haven't done it so far, but I'm not done with the box yet, so you never know. You could also wet it probably, so it makes it easier, but I don't want to, see, I cut it here, probably here too much. Oh no. I mean, I do want to weather it, but I don't know. I don't know yet. So while I figure that weathering out, I'm going to make it clean as possible. So that's okay, that's the top part. Since I show you how I did it before, I'm gonna show you how I did it on this bottom part right here. So I first, can you still see there? Sort of, kind of, in a way. I kind of put, I'm gonna show you. Oh, you know what? I can just flip it. Duh. The bottom I left a little darker, so it looks a little black on your end. But on my end, it looks kind of cool. Okay. I mark kind of where the one first goes on. I mean the where it meets the bubble on the bottom. And then I come here. I match my middle because it's hard to match the middle and then to get a clear circle, because even though I did a compass with I used a compass to mark my circle. I still, you know, when I'm cutting it with scissors, so I don't have a perfect circle. And this way ensures me that I get somewhat of a match to the angle of what I'm doing here, rather than just like trying to be, I don't know. I think I feel like this is a better fit for it. So now that I have exactly my circle, I had my son sharpen my scissors, and man, oh man, does it make the difference, because it felt like I was breaking this material. And now my son sharpened, he took my scissors apart and he sharpened them. He loves doing it. He keeps my kitchen knives sharpened. He keeps all of my tools sharpened. Mind you, he's 13, so he does a great job. Let's see. See, and I still messed this one up. I don't know how. Okay. Okay, let's see. It's not that bad. But I feel like maybe I think I missed something right here in the middle. Oh yeah, there's a little, like, there we go. Much better. Okay. Okay, so this is box number 2. And I'm gonna do this one in a leathery kind of style way. A while ago when I was a film student, I made the mummification of Hatshepsut. I don't know if you know about that. It's the queen. No, it wasn't Hatshepsut. It was oh yeah, it was Hatshepsut. They had just discovered her mummy, and so I was excited about it, and I made a film about her mummification and stuff like that. So I made a really cool mummy. It looked very, very, what's it called, realistic. So I want to kind of recreate that again. Okay, so this box has been already kind of cut up. It has the how I cut it up with the blade, and now I'm putting glue. It has water in it. I put water in it so it kind of dilutes the glue, and then I'm gonna do this on paper. But I'm going to wet it a little bit. So I have a little bit of coffee water here. And I'm just going to do this. I don't want to soak it. I just want to kind of wet it a little bit. And I'm using coffee water because it's my coffee water that I had here. But in reality, you can just use regular water, because this is not how we're going to paint it after all. This is just kind of like a tone on tone kind of thing for now. And then I'll show you how we're going to paint it later. But for now, this is kind of, I just need the paper with water. So it disperses the glue layer underneath a little bit. That's what we're putting water in it. Okay, so this is how the box looks like now. I managed to cover everything. Now, I painted the insides, well, sort of the insides with spray can black. I'm gonna get another one and I'll probably coat it again. I don't need to coat this or the bottom, because I might put like another piece of paper there or here. I don't know yet, but I'm not worried about the sides, just the bottoms, just the sides. But for the edges, I don't know if you noticed, I didn't paint them or wrap them, because I took this apart on this one too, since the other one was taken off, and I kind of made it easier to work with. Anyways, I have a leather, what's it called? Luggage, because this is, I want it to look like leather, right? We're not even there close yet. But I want to hem it. Not hem it. Is it hem? I want to put this bias tape on it. And my friend, she gave me a bunch of these. Not a bunch, just two. She gave me some of these. It's because she gave me other stuff with it. I think that's why I'm calling it a bunch. But I want to save the tag. Oh, let me see. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to paint them because I have a yellow one and a beige one. But essentially what I want to do, I want to put this around the edges of the box. Let's see how it looks. Because it's right, so far, up to this point, it's just an idea, a vision, sort of, per se, that I have. Let's see. We're going to discover this together. Oh, doesn't look bad at all. Do I wish it was a little bigger? Yes. Does it really matter? No. Look. Right? It looks cute. I like it. Okay. So I have this yellow one and this white one. But now that I'm doing this, I feel like the white one might be enough. And I don't have to dye this yellow one because I really didn't, I like this vintage yellow looking thing like this. I didn't want to mess it up. So I think this has enough for all of it. And this is the color I ultimately wanted. So let's paint this. If anything, I can just dip it in coffee. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to dip this in coffee. Okay, Mark, 87 cents. It's so funny because the packaging says 85. But here it says 80. Oh no, it says 81 cents. It was on sale. Anyways, I'm going to use this color. No. Do I? It's because I saw a picture of one and it had like a lighter trim. But let's paint this first, see what color turns out. And then based on that, we'll decide what color to go with this. So how I want to paint this is, watch, let me bring the paint. Okay, for the paint, we're going to play with these colors. Okay, I think I want to do this together like this. This is a raw umber, and this is a quinacridone nickel gold, right? Also gold, ace of gold. What the heck? Why did it make it so hard? This one. Anyways, and this one. And then I'm gonna kind of apply it on here. Let me put this down. I'm going to apply it on here, but with my finger and glue. So glue is gonna be like my medium kind of, not medium, but like my pour per se. Well, not my finger. I think I'm gonna use a brush, and I'm gonna use this. And you're gonna ask me, why don't I mix it before I apply it, right? Why don't I mix this whole doohickey thing? You know what? I'm gonna put a little bit of chocolate in here. Why don't I mix it? Well, okay, you'll see right now how if I mixed it like a solid color, it would just be that solid color. It wouldn't be like splashes of different colors. You know, mind you, I could do it afterwards, you know. But I feel like this way, that's why the same thing I did with the green one. It's no longer a paint, or it's not one color. I don't want it to be one solid color. I want it to be more I don't know. It has depth. I feel like it keeps its layers when you paint like this. I know, I'm hard to understand, but... Oh, I keep on dipping my brush into water, so it glides better. Can you see? Do you see what I see? Okay. Okay, do you see that? And then I can go ahead and hit it with a little bit of this and then brush it in. On this side. And then maybe bring some over here. You see? Okay. I'm going to play with that there. And bring a lot more water in here. Kind of play with it here. And just do that. I like playing with tones. And let me bring this tone here. Let me bring it tone there. And let me play with that tone over here. I like doing that. So I'm going to continue doing that. I'm going to maybe add more chocolate brown. Oops. But we'll play with this. Right? And that's pretty much what I'm going to do for like a good hour while I take care of the whole box in different tones. I want it to be darker but not darker, and reddish but not reddish. It's hard to understand or perceive the color I want, so that's why I play with different tones and colors in one go, so I can take it to where I need it to go. See, now it becomes, it goes ugly before it gets nice. Right here, right here. All right, my coffee water. At some point, I'm going to let it dry. And then start layering. So like, see, sort of something. Okay, so there it is, more or less. I want to go on more on the tones that I kind of liked, which is kind of this, maybe a little bit of this. But the lighting is not like doing it justice so much. So I kind of like this a little bit. I kind of liked it all. So, but I want to do another layer. So my next layer is going to be this, and still a little bit more of this red. But I think, okay, we'll try this. If not, I'll have another idea. I have another quinacridone, whatever, yellow. It's like more of a yellow tone. This is a reddish tone. But I don't know. Okay, let's go with these two. of water. And then 2 drops of this. And this one I'm gonna make a little more even-ish per se. No glue. I just want the tones. The glue was to kind of seal the fabric so that every other layer that I'm gonna put on top of it doesn't keep on like destroying the paper and making a kind of like a mess on it. So it's just to kind of protect it and to give it a little shiny, because leather, it's a little, has a little sheen. It's not shiny, it's like satin-ish. So the glue was just for that. I know that people use like decoupage or glue, some like special things, but as for me, I kind of just use glue when I can, because it's on the cheaper price, and it's pretty much the same thing. It has, if you look at the ingredients, it pretty much has the same things that regular acrylic mediums do. That's why they are able to glue, and that's why you're able to protect. They're all pretty much PVA, a little bit thicker or thinner than others, but I'd rather not spend that much money and use my 25-cent glue. There you go. Let's see how that dries. But see, I kind of like the tones better. Let's let it dry. Look how fancy this looks. Right? It kind of looks a little like, starting to look like one of those old ones. I do want to do, I was craving some kind of corners on this one. But if I do it on 2, I'd have to do it on the rest. So I'm still iffy about it. But remember a long time ago, I made this skin looking thing. It looks like that skinned leather or skins that like Indian skin, and that was kind of, I did it from my Indian books, so I have some of that left over, and I think I'm going to use that to here so I can make like little straps for buckles. So it's pretty much what it is like, I think, I don't even know, but I want to say about more than, yeah, it's about like 12 maybe layers of tissue paper. Sorry, I'm like trying to do math in my head, because it's about 2 inches and about 1 inch strap is okay. Yeah, so it was glued and glued and glued and glued and glued. So I made this like cardboard, but it's flexible, but then it's, I don't know, I like it. So I think I'm gonna use this to make some sort of strap here. because it kind of matches this, and that would be interesting. It has the same texture. And yeah, I was thinking of putting 2 straps right here and one right here. Put it all the way down here. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna cut it as long as I can. And then I can just reinforce these tips with additional glue. I'm not going for perfection here. See? Oh, that looks so good. Okay. Let's I want to glue this part. This part that's like, some layers are glued, but it's not like completely finished off. So I want to finish it off with, I think it was just glue and coffee water. And so I'm going to do that. I have some glue here and coffee water. I'm going to let it dry for a couple of hours or so. And then we'll be back. Okay, this is the third one, and it's in really rough shape. I'm telling you, I have been wanting to get rid of these boxes. But one, I think it's a waste because they're kind of still good. But mainly, most importantly, my husband gave them to me. And I don't know, he's cute because he's always bringing me containers and boxes. And so I find it very cute. So I want to save it. And I think that's, doing this preserves this better. So I think this at some point was chewed by some sort of puppy. And yeah, as you can tell, it has better days. So I've already had it's full of dust. This one's the one all the way in the bottom, so the lid you can't see, but it's a little warped from the heaviness on the other. So putting a structure on the lid will help these, because it was sitting like this sort of. So it will help the structure of the bottoms, on the sides, and keep it like this, very tight. So I'm gonna I already have the strips of it, and so all I gotta do is tape them all around like I did with the other ones. Okay, I have decided how I'm gonna wrap this one. And I saw some luggages that I like that remind me of like a Korean vacation. I don't know why, I don't know how, but this kind of luggage with the white canvas, not white canvas, but like with the canvas and the stripes remind me of that. So I'm gonna wrap it. I have this canvas that I printed, but it was defective. I don't know if you can see here. I don't know. Anyways, this is my husband's artwork. This is because in our company we have a lot of canvases. I have a lot of leftover, so this was a big piece. I'm gonna wrap this up with this canvas, and first I'm gonna score it because I'm trying to do the stuff here, but because the camera is so limited in height, it looks like this the whole time. So I guess it's better to describe it to you, but I'm gonna wrap it with this canvas. I'm gonna score it. Then don't use this kind of glue with this because this has water. Well, adding more water to this one, but in reality this has water on it. So when you add it to this fabric, this canvas, it shrinks, and so it becomes warbly. So what you do is you do it with this one, and you spread it. When you add to it, when you do your thing, spread it and then add it real quick. Do not just like do the blob. Well, this canvas is primed, and well, now it's been printed. But if it wasn't primed, it would probably seep through if you leave like the whole line on it. That's why I spray it around, and that's the way you could avoid from it seeping through. The best ways to do the spray adhesive or double-sided tape, but because it's double-sided, it's I think it's just a 10 ounce. It's kind of hard for it to stay there if it was like double-sided tape. So I'm going with the silicone because I love this silicone. I love this stuff. Tons of it, and it's reliable, so I like it. It lasts a long time, so it's durable. And so I'm going to use this instead of double-sided tape or the spray can. I'm not sure if you could see how cool this looks, but oh my gosh, it looks so slick. I really love how it came out. It's like the top with the sides is one piece, and then all along the front and two sides are one piece, and then the back is another piece. But I love how it came out. It fits a little snug because the canvas is a little thick, but I like how it fits. Let me show you. Let me see. See? Ta-da! Looks so good, and it feels so good. It's so sturdy. Anyways, on this one I had cut some corners. They were, sorry, I'm being really, really sick. So if you hear me going, like my voice change puberty stage, it's because I'm sick. But I had cut these out of paper, like I cut the other ones out. This is like a craft cardstock, but I don't like the contrast between the canvas and paper. I feel like you can really tell it's paper. But luckily, in my sickness and all, I went to a yard sale and I got this. I got two of these for $1. So a whole 50 cents for this. So I'm gonna cut it up, and I'm gonna use this as a template. Look at that, how good that looks. So I'm gonna use one, and in this little piece, we can probably fit two in here. And on the bottom ones, it's cool because I only need like this, like half of it. So, ideally, I still want to do, sorry, my dogs are playing under the table. Ideally, I want to do the whole thing, but if I don't have enough for it, then I'll probably just do the one piece. Let's see if I can fit. Toothless, stop it. See, like right here. Ooh, almost, wait. It has to, right? Yeah, it has to. Well, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, I want to take this apart and then cut 3 of these, and no, 4 of these for the top, and 4 of these for the bottom. Okay, so I took the front pocket off, and then I opened it, and I don't know if you could see, but I was able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 halves. So I'm gonna just do that. Just do the 2 halves of the front. I'm not even gonna worry about the back. So I'm gonna cut these up. They are easy to cut up with my blade. I prefer the knife over the scissors when it comes to leather. But I guess if you have a really sharp knife, what is it called? Scissors? Sorry, I'm really sick. I guess you could do it that way too. Okay, so we're back on our spot where our boxes go. And let's do a runway per se. Here's box number 1. I really like this one and the little trim that it has. I like that I can lock it. Look at the color. So, you know, doing several layers of different colors. I particularly like here in the front how you could see like different layers of paint. And I think that's why I like doing like different colors of layers and stuff like that. I don't like doing solid because you can see depthness in here. I don't know, I was thinking of adding vintage to it, but I didn't like how it looked. Do you see that? I think that it will weather itself eventually. Okay, this is box number 2. Although I think I did them the other way around. I don't know. I'm too sick for this. This one also locks-ish, sort of, in a way, here. On this one goes all the way through so that when I pull on this, it's securely enough. On this one I put my maker's label, the channel name, which I should have done on all of them, but this one too, you can also see details, different colors, in-depthness and stuff. I didn't antique it, you know, like quotation mark, but I kind of liked how it came out. Okay, so then and then my favorite one, well, no, I really like the green one, but man, look at this brown one. Isn't it sexy? like, I put a lined detail here. These go also all the way to the inside, so I can pull on it. This is that little trim of the pocket of these, and I ended up cutting some of these up more. Oh, that one, these two in the back had the third one like this here, and had another one in the back. I mean, the third piece, I cut it off from the back, and I just put it on the side here so that you could see, at least in the profile, the fact that it's finished on that back, and it goes also on the top. Isn't it beautiful? I'm gonna make a stand, like a luggage stand here. For now, I'm just gonna use that luggage there, but I do want to make a luggage stand here. That luggage is the one I use the most, so that one should be on the top because it has all my letters for like my scrapbooking and stuff. But I really like how it came out. Look at it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know which one's your favorite. Which one would you do yourself? Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Till next time, guys. Stay crafty. Let me know which one you like the best and which one you would do on the comment down below, because I think I want to do more. Maybe, I don't know. But I really liked how this one came out. It does remind me of a vacation. Anyways, ranting on. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Till next time, stay safe, stay crafty. I love you guys. Bye.